If you recall, back in 2020, private text messages with Johnny Depp and Paul Bettany about Amber Heard were made public as evidence in the actor's libel case against the Sun newspaper. Paul said that the text messages being revealed were embarrassing and that he didn't know Johnny when he was married to Amber, he only knew him before. In a 2016 Twitter post, Bettany had defended Depp and said, "Known Johnny Depp for years and through several relationships. He's the sweetest, kindest, gentlest man that I've ever known. Just saying." And when it came to his testimony on Monday, Depp was asked to explain his perceivably violent text messages about his ex-wife. Depp shut down the claims that these messages were serious and added that they were not evidence of any physical or emotional abuse. Instead, he argued that they were simply a reference to the beloved British comedy film Monty Python and the Holy Grail. According to the timeline of events, these text messages were sent after Depp and Amber started a romance on the set of The Rum Diary, but before they actually got married. As per lawandcrime.com, on June 11, 2013, Depp and fellow actor Paul Bettany engaged in a raw thought experiment involving medieval means of determining whether Heard was a witch. In the text exchange they say, "Depp, let's burn Amber. Bettany, I don't think we should burn her. She's delightful company and easy on the eye. Also, I'm not sure she's a witch. We could do a drowning test first. Thoughts? P.S. I have a pool. Depp, let's drown her before we burn her. I will F her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she's dead. Bettany, my thoughts entirely. Let's be certain before we pronounce her a witch." And during the cross-examination last week, Amber's lawyer J. Benjamin Rottenborn confronted Depp about the burn portion of this exchange and asked why he would speak in such a horrendous way about his then-girlfriend, adding, "You wrote that about the woman who would later become your wife." But Depp testified in his response that he and Bettany had a dry sense of humor and often bonded over difficult or unpleasant situations by using humor. In his redirect, Depp said, "In context, it's important to know that none of it was ever intended to be real, and the language that's used, which I am ashamed that has to be spread on the world like peanut butter. For example, the text that is about burning Miss Heard, it's directly from Monty Python in the sketch about burning witches and then drowning the witches. This is a film that we'd all watch when we were 10. It's just irreverent and abstract humor. That's what we were referring to in those texts." Depp also testified that he, in a sense, entered into a relationship with his mother when he decided to get together with Heard, adding that he knows that sounds perverse and obtuse. He also mentioned how Amber considered Paul Bettany as a threat who would take Depp's attention away from her. He even recounted one incident where she and Bettany got into a heated debate at lunch. Depp claims that she became rude and started to actually speak over Bettany whenever he tried to make a point. Apparently, Bettany's 18-year-old son also tried to join in on the conversation with his personal knowledge from studying the subject at school, but Heard demeaned the young man until he bursted into tears and walked away. He also explained the text messages further and said that they were the result of a man that was steeped in the arts and influenced by journalist and friend Hunter S. Thompson, poet Allen Ginsberg, songwriter Van Morrison, and director Stanley Kubrick. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this though, because that's all the time that we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you on the next one.